everybody, how are you all? Hope all of you are fine. In this particular situation, Sandhos Management decided to provide you some study materials. Otherwise, the whole day will be waste. So, for class 12, I am going to start with the financial statements of a company. And you should know what is a company. Simply, you may say a company is a place where production takes place. But as commerce students, we cannot say like that. Company is a place where production takes place. We have to say in the proper way. At least you should be able to say company is an artificial person. An artificial person created by law. Created by law. The law of 2013, Companies Act of 2013. This act is regulating all the activities of a company, and that company is an artificial person. You know very well what is artificial. Artificial means a person without a physical existence. So, it is an artificial person. It can do all activities like a person, except it cannot put signature. And that signature is done by its seal. It's called the common seal. So whatever is done by the company is authenticated by a common seal. So as a person, all its activities in the transactions have to be recorded. And as you have studied in class 11th, all these transactions are recorded in journal, ledger, trial balance. Then comes the financial statements. And these financial statements include balance sheet that you have studied in 11th. But here, not only balance sheet, statement, second one is statement of profit and loss account. Statement of profit and loss account. And third one, notes to account and cash flow statement. Cash flow statement. So these are the things which are included in the financial statement of a company. So balance sheet, statement of profit loss account, notes to account and cash flow statement. But you have studied in 11th about the financial statement of a sole trader. In that case, it was trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. That you know very well, that you already completed. But here it is different. Difference in the sense, it includes balance sheet, second one statement of profit and loss account, and it is not simply statement profit and loss account, but it is called statement of profit and loss account and notes to account and cash flow. I am going to explain in one by one in detail. And one more thing is that these are in a particular format, in the prescribed form given in the Companies Act of 2013. We cannot prepare as you like. It is in the prescribed form. The prescribed form of this balance sheet I am going to provide you. You can see here, name of the company, balance sheet asset, and it is prepared in the vertical form. You see, vertical form up to here. This is its format. You can see this in the part 1, schedule 3 of the Companies Act of 2013. You can see here, part 1, schedule 3 of the Companies Act. And it starts with equities and liabilities. What is equity? In 11th, I have told you equity means capital and liability. You are also familiar with the word. Both these equities and liabilities. Then comes shareholders fund. That is what I told you. It should be in a particular format. As in 11th we have studied its arrangement in liquidity order and permanence order. In 11th, for a sole trader, this balance sheet was prepared in two ways. I have told you, That is liquidity order and permanence. And that is not the method here. Here it should be in the format. In this format, first one is to start with equities and liabilities. Here it shows what is the capital collected by the company and what are its liabilities. And out of that, shareholders fund. You know, the company collects its capital through the issue of share. What is a share? The total capital of a company is divided into different parts. Share is a share in the share capital of the company. Share is a share in the share capital of the company. So, by the issue of share, they are collecting the capital. So, the people, those who are purchasing the shares are called shareholders, and the money collected through the issue of share to the public is called the shareholders fund. And in that shareholders fund, I think it is clear for you, equities and liabilities, shareholders fund, equity means capital, liability means the amount payable to outsiders, and that liability is also non-current liability and current liability that we are going to explain afterwards. So, that also explained in 11th, the liability is also non-current liability and current liability. We are coming to that point. And among that, again, it should be shown as shareholders fund. Shareholders fund means the fund or the total amount collected from the shareholders. And in that, it is shown, another one is share capital. It should be shown how much capital collected by the issue of share so far in that particular day. It will be given balance sheet asset. Maybe if it is 31st March 2019, so up to 31st March 2019, how much money collected by the company by the issue of share to the public. That should be shown here. And that amount will be shown in this column. But the shareholders should know about the share capital. And the details cannot be given in this balance sheet. So it will be shown in notes to account. In the beginning I have told you, balance sheet, statement of profit loss account, notes to account. What is notes to account? The details of the share capital. The amount here, whatever may be, it may be 2 crores, 3 crores, 4 crores, whatever it may be, and the shareholders or the people, those who are using this or going through this balance sheet should know very well how this or what is the details of that company, and it will be shown in notes to account. So after preparation of this one, we have to show its details. So now I am going to tell you the classification of the share capital. See, in this notes to account, I am going to explain that the first part of share capital, the classification of that one, what you have to write in this notes to account. One is authorized capital. Authorized capital. In this notes to account, we are explaining, we are giving the details of the share capital collected by the company, and out of that one is what is the authorized capital of the company. Authorized capital is also called registered capital. It is also called nominal capital. So 3 names, note it down. Take carefully. Authorized capital or nominal capital or registered capital. 3 different names are there. What is this authorized capital means? Authorized capital means the capital that can be collected by a company in its lifetime. That will be decided at the time of registration of the company. In 11th, you might have studied about the registration of a company. For the registration, the company, the promoters have to, not company, the promoters have to prepare so many documents. Out of that, one is memorandum of association, articles of association, etc. So the authorized capital is shown in the memorandum of association, and in that memorandum of association there is a clause called the capital clause. It is divided into so many clauses that you have studied. I am not going to detail about it. In that memorandum of association, capital clause. In that capital clause, the company has to show what is the maximum amount that the company is going to collect in its lifetime. That is what is called authorized capital, or it's also nominal capital, or it is a registered capital, means the capital shown in memorandum in the capital clause at the time of registering the company. That is what is called authorized capital, nominal capital, treasury capital. So first we have to show in the notes to account, in that share capital, we have to show what is the total authorized capital and how it will be shown. It will be shown as dash equity shares of dash each. This dash means the number of equity shares, and there also the shares are equity shares and preference shares. That all you have studied in BS in 11th class. That is why I am not going to detail about that one. How many shares are there and what is its face value? Here it will be written it's a face value. Face value means the cost or the value of one share. So the number of share and also equity share, number of equity shares of it. So for example, it may be 1 lakh. 1 lakh equity shares of say 100 each. If its face value is 100, it will be shown. 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 5 crore, 3 crore, whatever may be, that amount, the number will be shown here and the face value of one share. What is face value? Just like in a currency note written 500 note, it is written 500 there. That is the face value of that note. If it is 2000, 2000 will be written like that. In that way, what is the face value of the share? It will be shown. The registered capital will be shown, dash shares of dash each. That all will be given in the question that you have to show it. So one is authorized capital. And the second one is issued capital. Issued capital means out of that, in our example 1 lakh, suppose the company is going to issue 20,000 shares. The company is in need of that 20,000 into 100. So they will say 20,000 equity shares of 100 each. So far how many shares are issued by the company? They issued 20,000 shares of that. That face will not change because it is fixed. So 20,000 equity shares of 100 each. You have to show it separately. Authorized capital mein that we have to show that 1 lakh shares of 100 each in our example, and out of that how much is issued to the public, how much is so far given to the public for subscription, and that will be shown in the issued capital of the company. So all these details are given in the book, and please go through that one as a beginning, as a starting thing. So we have explained about the financial statements, and in that statements I have shown you about the format of that one. In that, equities and liabilities, shareholders fund and share capital. In that share capital, it's a classification. Again there is this authorized capital, issued capital, subscribed capital, called up capital, paid up capital. There are so many classifications. So one by one we are going to explain it. So for the time being, this much things you please study and go through that one, either through downloading the books. So because I think many of you students told that you didn't get the book. Okay, you go through that one if it is possible. Otherwise, if any doubts, please contact me. I will explain. Okay, thank you for the today. We will see you tomorrow.